Today I'm going to show you how to create this Apple-like text effect that they use on their website on apple.com. And if you go to their iPhone page, they've got this awesome little slideshow that's up right now. I think it's like, I don't know how they're doing it, but it's cool. So this text effects right here, that I think they've used it on their MacBook Air before and some other things, some other products that they have. So I'm just going to show you how to create that and make it happen. All right? It's a pretty simple tutorial. Not too much complex stuff, but let's see what we can do. So let me go ahead and create a new document. I'm going to call it Apple text Kebop. Anyway, so my width is 800 pixels. My height is 530. It doesn't really matter what your dimensions are. Let me make that clear. That's just what I like. It just feels good. Anyway, so step one, we're going to make sure we have a white background, and then we're going to take our text tool, and we're just going to click and type out whatever you want. My text is huge. Let me turn it down. And I'm going to write something like, I, Daniel, after I turn my text way down. That's file too big. There we go. I, Daniel. The font, or the typeface that I've found that is the closest to the one that Apple uses for a lot of their headlines is Myriad Pro. And it's not spot on, I gotta admit, but it's pretty close, and so that's what I like to use. So you just take a Myriad Pro, and you're gonna type out whatever you want. My name's Daniel. I typed out Daniel, cliche, whatever. But next thing we're gonna do is duplicate our layer. So the way you can do that is pressing Command J, or you can press Control J if you're on Windows, or you can just take this layer and drag it down to the white piece of paper down here. And that'll create a new one. If I move it down with my move tool up here, you can see that I've got another one. So that's that. Next thing we're going to do is rasterize this layer. Actually, let's not do that first. Let's make the layer white. We're going to take our text up here. So if you come back to your layer and come up to this box up here with the color in it, I'm just going to drag this all the way up to the white and press OK, and then we'll rasterize it. The way that you rasterize it, by right-clicking and pressing rasterize type. And now, what rasterizing does is, you see, if we go back and try to edit it right here, you will see that it won't work. It'll edit the text behind it. I know it's like impossible to see because it's white, so you can just ignore that. But it basically turns the text into an image rather than an editable type layer. So now that we have that white, we're going to take our marquee tool, our rectangular marquee tool. If you have another one selected already, you can just right-click on this tool, and these will pop up. Just click rectangular marquee tool. You're just going to select the upper half of the upper half of the letter. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see how much I have selected. I'm just going to take that, and next thing you're going to do is invert the selection. So you can press Command Shift I to invert it, or Control Shift I if you're on Windows. And from there, you're just going to press Delete, and that will leave you with this white half up top. And if you turn your opacity on that layer down to about 30, 25, something like that, you'll kind of see this start to come together. This reflection, but we're not done yet because it looks, it doesn't look the way we want it to right now. So we're going to go ahead and next step is going to add a layer mask. And the way that you do that is just click this button right here while you've got layer selected. And now we're going to come over to our brush tool and turn this thing down. The way you can do that is just right click and push, drag your size slider. Make sure your hardness is all the way at 0. Very important. Hardness at 0. And you're going to make this a little bigger. Again, you can change it like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we are going to make sure that your foreground color is black and that your opacity up here is at 100%. And then you're going to click, but first hold down Shift to keep it as a straight line. Hold down Shift and then click and drag to the right. Now you can see that we've got that reflection working. And there's one more thing we're going to do this just to kind of add to the effect, and that is over here. If you look at theirs, let me come back and bring it back. You can see that it kind of fades out. Like right here, it's strong to the left, but as you go to the right, it fades out, and it just adds like a nice realistic element. So we're going to do that. You're going to make your brush much bigger to about right here. And then you're just going to make sure you just click to the right of it, and not too much, but just enough so that it fades out, and bang. Now you got yourself a nice little effect. And you can combine this with the reflection that I showed in the other tutorial. But this is the end of it. That's all, guys. It's really pretty easy. You can put a drop shadow behind this. You can customize it to your own liking, however you like it. But like I said before, if you want to combine this with the other tutorial that I showed you, it's just really easy. Same principle. The more you do it, the quicker you get at it, and it's just potentially, it's a nice tool to have in your box. I mean, not your box, your arsenal, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Turn that down, and voila. You got yourself a reflection, and bada bing, bada bam. So that's the Apple Text Effect. Thanks to you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see ya.